everybody. Good evening. I'd like to call to order this meeting of the Judiciary and Licensing Committee for Tuesday, December 15th. Are there any citizens' comments? Citizens' comments? Anybody know if there's any citizens there that want to comment? No, seeing none. Number 3, approval of the December 1st, 2020 minutes. Is there a motion? Mr. Peschel, is there a second? Mr. Witzel, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. Number 4, consent agenda. Beverage operator applications 2019 through 2021 of Melanie Herron, Brianna Sauer, and Jennifer Taylor. Secondhand jewelry dealer application for Christensen Jewelers, 1823 North Central Avenue. C, secondhand jeweler application for Wickersham Jewelers. Oh, I just lost my place. Sorry about that. Okay, C, secondhand jeweler application for Wickersham Jewelers, 1921 North Central Avenue. Secondhand auto, or wait a minute, excuse me. Secondhand article. I'm sorry. I'm going to try this again. D, secondhand article dealer application from Ultracam Wireless, 911 North Central Avenue. All right, is Ed there by chance?
Yes.
What was that?
Yes.
Yeah, he's here.
Ed, can you take over, please? I kind of have an emergency going on here.
Are we gonna have Nick run the meeting and then Ed's just gonna step in?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, you need a copy?
Nick will run the meeting. And here's the agenda.
Yeah, Nick, go ahead. Take it. Nick, did you?
Okay, you have Ed?
Take it over, yeah.
Okay, we're ready.
Okay, I see Ed there. I do not have a written copy of the agenda, so I cannot read the items on the agenda.
So do you want me to read them?
Would you?
Okay,
Please.
so.
Just start with the whole consent agenda.
Okay, so the consent agenda is the beverage operator applications 2019 to 2021 of Melanie Herron, Brianna Sauer, and Jennifer Taylor. Secondhand jewelry dealer application from Christensen Jewelers, 1823 North Central Avenue. Secondhand jewelry dealer application from Wickersham Jewelers, 1921 North Central Avenue. Secondhand article dealer application from Ultracom Wireless, 911 North Central Avenue. Secondhand article dealer application from What Goes Around Comes Around, 107 West 2nd Street. Taxi cab operator license application from Running Incorporated, doing business as Marshfield Public Transit, 318 West Decker Street, Viroqua, Wisconsin. And auto salvage dealer, scrap metal dealer application from Asylum Scrap Services Incorporated, 2304 South Gavin Avenue.
Move to
We
approve.
have a motion?
Yep, move to approve.
Second.
Okay, Tom, a motion by Tom, a second by Ed. Is there any discussion on those items? Seeing no discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? That item carries. Next item on the agenda.
I don't have an agenda.
All right, next item is the beverage operator application for Troy Opsal, and I believe that Assistant Chief wants to probably weigh in on this one.
Yeah, it's got that.
Yes.
Sure, I can weigh in. Mr. Opsal does have several felonies on his record, of which he does have convictions. On 11/12/13, he was arrested by the Marshfield Police Department for aggravated battery, strangulation, and domestic abuse, with a conviction on March 12th of 2014. He also has convictions for threat to a judge and intimidation of a victim off of a Wood County case. That case was on September 16th of 2018. In reviewing those reports, they do state that Mr. Opsal was intoxicated or at least had been consuming alcohol in both of those instances. The subject is on probation and parole, however, is for reasons unknown, the probation officer didn't want to weigh in on whether he should receive this or not and was going to leave it up to the committee. He does have a previous alcohol specific violation, and that was an OWI arrest on March 16th of 2014, of which he defaulted on May 14th of 2014. And then the only other item of note is he has two miscellaneous recommendations for information, and that he does have two protection orders out on him. One is by his brother and the other is on the sister-in-law, and those are through Wood County.
Okay, does anyone have any, Deb? Go ahead.
Just a little background on him. He originally applied on December 18th of 2018. At that time, this committee denied a beverage operator license to Troy based on the bond requirements that he is not supposed to be in establishments that sell or serve alcohol. I sent him a letter. He did request a reconsideration hearing. We held that reconsideration hearing on January 15th of 2019. A motion was made to uphold the denial of the beverage operator application to Troy, but the committee grants him 10 days to officially withdraw his application, and you would consider a new application filed after June 1st of 2019. He did not withdraw his application, so it was denied. So at that point, he can reapply after 1 year of denial, which he has done now.
Anyone else have any questions?
Pat, is that,
Ed, go ahead.
yeah, Pat, is he still under some kind of a probation order or anything, or is he? You say he's, I guess, he's a probation officer, right?
Yeah, he's currently on probation. However, he was just recently assigned to his current probation officer. So they had apparently not had time to review his information. And so he didn't want to weigh in on whether he thought that selling alcohol was appropriate for him at this time.
Okay, and was that threatening the judge thing, was that in 2018 also?
Yes, that was in 2018.
Oh, boy.
I don't believe the alcohol violation would be related to selling. It was just an OWI, right?
Correct.
Any other questions for the chief? Do I have a motion?
You're a big help.
I know. Is it?
Where does he say where he's gonna work?
The store.
The store.
Yep. Is that the store? He will likely be working alone if that's the case, because the store often has these folks working alone.
Yeah, we run into that before.
Deb, go ahead.
You know, when you're looking at his criminal history report, originally when he applied back in December 2018, you had looked at everything from 9/30/2018 and on. So anything new would be from February 22nd, 2019 to December 5th, 2019.
Grant with 25 points?
What's the basis of the 25?
Do we have a second?
What?
What's the basis of the 25?
And a second by Tom.
Yeah, are you seconding it, Tom?
Yeah, I'm seconding, but I'm curious what the 25
Yeah, I
points
figure
says.
the carryover for, the other, he's got actually two alcohol-related offenses. The 2018 and 2014, I think. But we can only go back 2 years, right?
Deb?
Deb?
So on his application, he only has to list the last 2 years of his violations. And you got to remember, we already denied on everything from 2018 back. We denied officially. So this is his first chance to ask for a license again.
So you're denying with 25 points assessed for the alcohol related
Yeah,
issue.
yeah,
Yeah, that was the second from me.
okay,
For the felony.
right.
Okay, we have a motion to grant the license with 25 points assessed. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And I see Mrs. Spiros is back with us. Do you want to resume chair of the meeting? Okay. Okay, that motion is granted. We're moving on to the next item.
Want me to read it?
You want to read it?
Sure.
We got a beverage operator application for Michael Yeager, and I believe Assistant Chief will probably want to comment on this one as well.
Sure, be happy to. What you have in front of you, there's a myriad of sexual related offenses on this individual. I don't know if you want me to go through all of them, but there are several, and there are at least 3 felony convictions. I think what's important on this one is that Mr. Yeager is also on probation and parole, and part of his restrictions are he cannot work alone, and he cannot be in contact with any female 16 years of age or younger, as he's a repeat sex offender. So his probation officer is saying that he should be denied this license because should he come in contact with any female 16 or younger at the store gas station where he's applied, would be a clear violation of his probation. So with that, I mean, I'd be happy to answer any questions on those arrests and convictions. You can see there's several of them.
Chief, were there some drug offenses on there as well, if I remember right? Or do I have the wrong person?
I'm not seeing anything as far as drug or alcohol specific violations.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else have any questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I'd move to deny.
Based on,
Based on the recommendation of the probation officer. Or if you want to put it more bluntly, based on the recommendation and knowing that this would put him in direct possibility of violating the rules of the probation. Is that better? It doesn't look like it.
Tom?
I'll second it so we can discuss, I guess.
Okay, discussion? Tom?
I guess I'm not certain what our role as this body is. I understand that by granting this license, which is, I guess, I don't know how tightly tied to that particular employment this license is, but by denying the license, we're denying the employment because it's going to be required. But is it our job to deny the license to prevent the employment, or is it the employer's job to prevent the employment based on the parole? Or am I getting really fuzzy?
I sort of agree with what you're saying is it should be up to his probation officer to deny him or limit the places where he can work rather than us doing that. By granting him a license, I believe he can work in any bar, and that would prevent him from being in contact with most underage people. So I don't know that we can deny him the license based on just the say of his probation officer. Mr. Wagner.
Yeah, we have some precedent on this, and I think Deb knows which one I'm talking about. As a matter of fact, it was somebody that had a history of sexual abuse, and he also wanted to apply working at the store. And basically, the logic that was used by then Chief Stroik on it was that he would be working alone and he would have the opportunity to come into contact. And basically, we were creating a risk that younger girls could be given alcohol and taken advantage of. That was the one we denied some time ago. That's the logic. Okay. You're right as to whether or not in that case, what happens is that the alcohol portion of it only becomes peripheral to the job or to the decision. But basically, there's a public safety aspect in there too.
Mr. Wetzel.
If we do have a precedent set for this, then I would have no problem denying. I just wasn't certain that that was the case. And I, at this point, feel strongly that that would be good enough reason to deny. If at some point he wishes to come back to this body and ask for some sort of a hearing to,
Yeah,
you know.
he has a right to appeal. Obviously.
Exactly. And then at that point, we could also, find out what employment options he would have moving forward and then maybe reassess based on the employment situation. But based on that precedent, I say that, I would be now in favor of denying for that reason.
Okay, is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor of denying the license based on the precedent previously applied, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. There are no noes, both motions carried.
Items for future agenda is the next item.
Are there any items for the future agenda? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to
Motion
close.
adjourned.
Adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
I'll second. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Well, this meeting is adjourned.